Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure.
Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Kool-Aid Man 100S. Welcome back to another NBA 2K22 tips and tricks tutorial. I'm going to be going over the best dribble styles on NBA 2K22. So I hope you enjoy. Let's jump into it right now. We're going to go over and tell you the best ones to use and the best ones not to use. First I'm going to go over is the base. The base is pretty decent to use. I recommend using it. Pretty much a basic run for the dribble style that you want to look for. The big is pretty much basically for the big man. You really don't have to worry about that. Fundamentals are pretty much self-explanatory. You can definitely utilize fundamentals running down the court and utilizing it very well. Very good for definitely standard point guards as well. The next one's going to be power. Power is one of my favorites from last year. It really doesn't add a little bit more of the dribble style that you want, but it adds a little bit more versatility to it. Quick is pretty much the self-explanatory move that you want to use. Quick is very good to run down the court with, and it adds a little bit of more dribble style to the other sets of dribbles that you want to do. Shifty is pretty much the same as quick and power. Pretty much like a combination of both because you got the quickness and the power to speed pounding the ball down the court. Next one's the slasher. I really want to recommend it. It's too slow and he really doesn't protect the ball well off of running with the slasher. But it's up to you if you want to just drive to the rim using that type of dribble style. Totally up to you. Next one's going to be Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant is self-explanatory. You got to have a speed with ball of 80 and below 6'10", so you definitely want to utilize this move as well. And you want to be able to take off a little bit more as well. Stephen Curry. Pretty much self-explanatory. You can use Stephen Curry for all the packages. Like I said, even the left, right. If they bring it back in, they took it out. I don't know. Next, we're going to be James Harden. James Harden pretty much not good to use. I wouldn't recommend using the dribble style at all. But if you want to add a little bit more flair and play around with different dribble moves that you might like, utilize James Harden if you want. Kyrie Irving is one of my favorite dribble styles. Pretty much self-explanatory to be using with this year. You can add different mixes with this style too as well. Next going to be LeBron James. I wouldn't recommend using LeBron James. It's not really good. It's pretty much a big man move. But if you utilize it very well, you can definitely get off the dribble a little bit more faster. Next one's going to be Jason Kidd, one of my favorites too, because I like the way he runs down court with the speed that he has behind it. And he utilizes the flashy passing a little bit more better. Damian Lillard, pretty much self-explanatory. He definitely runs down the court with a standard run. He definitely gets to the rim. It's like a mix with a slasher, but he takes off with a little bit more speed too as well. Steve Nash, I really want to recommend it, but it's good for flashy passes, but it's good for a full court run and give you a chance to look down court to see what he can do. Next is going to be John Stockton. That's one of my favorite too as well. I used to use his a lot too. John Stockton give you a chance to pass the ball and look for the open guy and pick and roll too as well. Jerry West is pretty good too as well if you want to utilize that. I don't really like it, but he do run down court with the ball in front of him, which I don't like. But if you want to use it to add a little bit more flair to your game, definitely utilize it. There's going to be Westbrook. Westbrook is decent for a dribble style. He runs down court like more open. More of like a slasher, pretty much the same as that as well. So you want to utilize that a little bit more. Next is going to be Altustus. I forgot his name. But his run down court is kind of like a Stockton a little bit, but same as Zach Way. Cray pretty much running down court is the same, but he had a little bit more flair to it. But pretty much they're just taking the same dribble moves and copying them as well. So it's like a mixture of a slasher a little bit. I don't know how to say his name, but his dribble move, his dribble style, I'm sorry. It's pretty much the same as a slasher. Nothing different. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for coming by and definitely pick a dribble style that you go. We went through all of them, but I hope you enjoy and tell me what you picked. So I'm out of here, guys. I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. Deuces.